GM Farcaster, and welcome to another CastOut Edition. This is our fourth, actually, if we include the launch one. So we're going to break down the last challenge and talk about everything that happened there, and then we'll reveal the vote. And then we're going to kind of pause for a second, switch gears, and we're bringing on Aniri from Base to chat about creator coins and all the things. So it's going to be a little different show. Please retweet, recast, share it out there with everybody. I'm doing that right now. Let me get this out here. So really excited to chat more about CastOut. We had a fun day yesterday, but also some challenges. Some not challenges in the good way. Some issues. Let me call them issues. So let's start with, we had a return of the trivia, Farcaster trivia. So this one was really fun. It was all either questions about Farcaster and questions about our sponsors. So really fun. Enjoyed it, except I had one error in question 8. And this was my error because I highlighted the wrong thing. They put it up. I looked at it right before, looked through all the questions. Everything looked fine. My brain did not comprehend it. And then as soon as it came up during the game, I went, oh shit, I think I put the wrong answer. And then, yeah, it was the wrong answer. So
what was the question?
The question is, if you hit spot 69 on the leaderboard, how much do you win for the week? And I had 125 chalked off and it was 60, and I just messed up. So, and it just didn't get caught in time. So we had this little screw up, and what ended up happening was, excuse me. Whoops. I was trying to mute while I sneezed and I did not get it in time. So what ended up happening is we had 3 different players end up winning the game, plus 2 other non-players, including JC, by the way. Last year's Queen of CastOut won the trivia yesterday. So congrats there. Forgot to shout that out. So we had 3 players who ended up in the winning. So it was Kyle Patrick, Warp Cost, and Terracola. All from 3 different tribes. So what we did was go back and analyze. One of the things we noted in the rules and when we announced the game was that if we had ties, we'd be looking at who used their revive the latest in the game. So that was what was the tiebreaker. We had the 3 of them except Warp Cost and Kyle Patrick answered that question, which was wrong. They answered it correctly. They answered 60. They had to revive. Terracola did not answer that question at all. So they ended up having to revive after that question, but they never got an answer in, like wrong or otherwise. So we ended up doing a tie for the Aptos 1 team, which is Kyle Patrick's tribe, and the Better Clanker, which is Warp Cost tribe. Because technically, if that question wasn't messed up, they wouldn't have used revive at all. They wouldn't have had to use it at all. So they would have gotten them all right. So that was the final decision on that one. So they had immunity, and the other 4 tribes were up for a vote. So that's where we are at this moment. It's been a little okay. Crazy. Yeah, it's been a little crazy. The game was really fun though. I love bringing back trivia because it's one of my favorite things. It's my favorite MIDI app, but we don't always get to use it, unfortunately, because it's also the Clankermon tribe team. So they've been a little busy, and oops, did I get that right? Hold on. Just double checking all my stuff. Yeah. That it's coming up. So it was really fun to be able to play again. They did a little bonus. They had a Clankermon question in there. And I think everyone who got that right got 7,000 Clankermon. I think that's the way that was determined. So You didn't have to be a cast out player. You could just be playing. You also could have won a part of the 5.5 million cast out, which was valued at about $300. So they all split, those 5 winners split that, regardless of whether or not they were cast out players. So we're doing fun things.
I think this is one of the coolest things, particularly about, I know we've done it in past seasons, but particularly about now is just all the opportunities for everyone to play. I don't know if everyone realizes, like, all the games have some kind of public element. You could have yoinked. You could have, you can play trivia
you got
and
to
win prizes.
With the Emerge one, you actually could influence who won by generating, like you could choose who to generate, who to not. And today's challenge will also have a public option to it. So we'll explain that in just a bit. So it was fun, but didn't like that all went down. Did not make me happy that I messed that up. So we move on. And what else did we have going on yesterday? So we had a few, that was a little bit of craziness. We also, before that, we had, and here's the congratulations to all the winners. They have to pick from the 4 remaining tribes. And before that, we also had the reveal of the vote. So Purpleette was voted off yesterday. So they are no longer in the game. And we have one more vote that happened last night. So before I get to that vote reveal, which I'm going to do in just a minute, moving forward, here's what's happening next. We're going to talk about the next challenge after we do the vote reveal. And then we will, you guys will play that challenge out, which could end quickly or it could go till midnight. We'll see. And then there will be another vote. This weekend, we don't have any challenges for the tribes. We will have a confessional challenge. So you'll have an opportunity to submit a video in the CastOut channel anytime between Friday and Sunday. We'll have more about that later to win various prizes, but it will not relate to immunity. And then we just have a couple more challenges next week. We have a challenge on Monday and Tuesday for the tribes. And then we go into one final individual challenge. And that's it. Like this is moving fast. It's moving fast.
Flying by.
Flying by. Not to the players, and honestly.
Oh, the
couple
players.
Days have not mocked me either. It feels like it's been like 70. It's been 84 years. But yeah. So anyway, I think we should reveal the vote because I know there's people waiting on that. So let me get this ready.
Should we remind people it's just a game?
Yeah, can you give those reminders while I get this ready, please?
Yes, CastOut is an elimination game. There can only be one winner. Everybody playing. It's also like it's not a game where all the rules are open and transparent. There's a little bit of a psychology involved. It's just a game.
It's just a game.
It's just a game. I am not a Survivor fan, so I was not aware of what CastOut involved until I played. I had to do a little backstabbing. I had to get a little stabbed in the back. It hurts because people really, listen, and also we're in the islands and we see the group chats. Like everyone is really playing and as they should.
They're playing hard. They're playing very hard.
People play hard and it's competitive. And listen, there's a nice prize pool and it's a lot of fun, but it is just a game. So just try to keep that in mind as your friends may or may not lie to your face.
They might. They very well might. And you know what? It's okay. It's okay. Don't get too caught up on that. I need to do one thing before I share this because I'm just going to put a little overlay real quick while I get this ready because it's not. Oh, let me just do this really quick. It's all love. It really is. Don't hold it against people. It's just a game. I'm just trying to get my share screen ready and it's giving me a little challenge here. And I want to make sure that I'm not showing you something you shouldn't see yet. So that's what I'm doing. All right, there it is. This is what I want. Okay, so let's get to it. Adrienne, Here we go. Let me find the right share screen. Probably this one. Okay, here we go. We want to thank, before we go any further, let me thank our sponsors for CastOut. They've been amazing. We have Clanker, of course, so that's why it is a return to Meme Coin Island, clank, clank. And then we also have Splits, Aptos, and Purple. Thank you all for sponsoring. This allows us to do this game and have a really amazing prize pool of 2 ETH that, you know, what's that worth today? Who knows? Hold on. Okay, it's going up. That's good. It's going up. So that's great. And let's get to it. Here we go. So this was just a little, again, the tribes, Aptos won and Better Clanker won immunity. They could not be voted for because of the trivia wins. So our first vote is for Clanker Scum. Second vote was for Aptos 2, the network. Third vote, Clanker Scum. Fourth vote, Clanker Scum also. And actually, at this point, we'd be getting to the point of where Jeff Probst would be like, and we don't have to say any more votes. But Clanker Scum again. And last vote also for Clanker Scum. Sorry, guys, you're out. I'm so sorry. But take this as a badge of honor. When you get voted out early in the game, and I'd say the same thing to Purple, it's because you have a target on your back. You won the previous challenge. It gets hard. When you have a target on your back, it's very tricky to move forward.
You cannot fly under the radar.
You can't. So there are pluses and minuses to winning a challenge. And this is one of those minuses. So very sorry.
If you win a challenge, it just means you have to win every challenge.
Every challenge. Like you have to win them all. Yeah, it's hard. It's not easy. And we will avenge ourselves. Oh dear God. I'm scared. I'm frightened now. I'm really frightened. The game never ends. MFers will be coming for you all now. Oh my God. By the way, they had a rough day. Ice Toad had challenges getting into the trivia game. There was some technical problems. There were technical problems for a few people, but he was one of the ones that had that problem. Then the dude, did you see the dude fell downstairs and dislocated his shoulder or broke his arm or something crazy? Yes. And then we had Offline who wasn't happy in one of the, it's stressful sometimes. It gets stressful. So they were quitting. I mean, it was like a mess. I felt really bad for this tribe yesterday. I feel really bad. Sorry, guys.
You know what? They deserve a nice little weekend. We should send them a little spa gift certificate.
I am sending all the players some buff token. I don't know. It's not a huge, a huge consolation prize. It's better than turtle wax. I think they used to give you turtle wax.
Turtle wax. In future seasons, maybe we should assign mentors to every tribe, because
good idea.
I will say, having and again, I go back to my experience because I played season 0, having no idea what I was getting into. It's really hard not to get overly consumed and wrapped up into the competition. So
sending much love to the dude, wishing for a speedy recovery. Yes, for sure. If we aim first or last, no, you're not. Anyway, it's you're not last. You're not last. It's okay. It's, I hope that people are taking it for the fun it is, but it's also reminding me there are reasons we've set some of these things up the way they're set up. For example, if you've played Crypto the game, it actually cost you to play. So you had to pay, I think it was 0.1 ETH. I can't remember, but it was, not nothing to jump in the game. And I'm like, I do not want that pressure from the players, because then it's extra pressure on us to make sure
things are very fair. Nothing goes wrong.
Nothing goes wrong.
Accidentally mess up a trivia question.
Yeah, it's impossible. There's always things that go wrong. Most of this is completely out of our control. If we're using other things, we had things happen with the Emerge one where things weren't working quite right, or the site was getting a little bit jammed up and things like that. Yoink had some issues, you know, it always does because we load test things. I have fingers crossed for today's challenge. I got to check something right now to see if something is ready. It's supposed to go live right now, and I need to just make sure it's ready before I put this out here. But I'm really excited for this challenge. This is a new one. We have not done this before. I'm really excited about it, and they're actually trying something new within this new thing. So fingers crossed that this works. Oh yeah, it's ready. Okay. Yay. Yay. So we'll come back to that in 1 second after I send this. Okay. So here is your next challenge, which I have just about to cast. But first I'm going to share it here, and then you guys will see it in the CastOut channel. The next challenge for those who are left in the game is Cody Game. So if you have not played Cody Game is an emoji puzzle where you are trying to unlock this puzzle by arranging emojis. So there is going to be a private game that is set up that should only be accessible by the CastOut players. That also includes the players who are out, by the way, who are no longer active in the game, but they can still play this. And that will add a little different challenge to this. So you're trying to unlock the emoji puzzle. It's going to have a little bit of a Farcaster theme. So you can guess, you might see a kiwi, you might see some purple hearts and things. The tribe with the player that unlocks the code wins, or the best performing player wins immunity for their tribe for the third vote. This is also a reward challenge. There's 20 million Cody that will be rewarded to the winning, not the winning tribe. It'll be split among the winners, I should say, among the players. That was a little bit of a mistype. I'll fix that. This is going to be a private game for CastOut players only. When you log into the mini app, you will see one that says CastOut, and you'll play that one. You'll have 3 free plays per player. And then you will be able to buy an additional play, but try to coordinate well with your tribe mates so you won't have to do that. The game ends when the code is unlocked or at midnight, and whomever is at the top of the leaderboard wins it for their tribe if nobody unlocks it. And that does happen in this game where nobody hits the exact code, and you might have gotten like 90% or 86%, and that might be the winner. So that's the way this is going to work. And as a CastOut Cody Game collab for the 2 other public games that are going on today, game 66 for the Open and 93 for the Grand Slam, we're going to give 2 million buff to the winners of those games. So when we see those games end, who's ever at the top of the leaderboard, we'll be sending them a little bonus. So here we go. Let me just edit this, and then I will actually show you the mini app, and the game will be on. I just want to edit one thing I'm just going to say to the players. So like the player at the top of the leaderboard for this CastOut game will win the most of the reward, and then it'll go down from there. So you can still win a little bit, even if your tribe does not win the full game. So here we go. Let me pull this up so you guys can see. I want to show you Cody Game and how it's played, and I hopefully will not hit it the first time. All right, so you're going to go into Open CastOut. This is going to be the one where you're going to go to. I've locked a secret combination for an exclusive CastOut private game. 35 players across 7 different tribes, that's okay, are competing to see who cracks it first. Prize pool is 2 million Cody. Every guest gets a score, 0 to 100%. The higher your score, the closer you are to crack it. Can you crack it first and lead your tribe to victory? And when you click on the little code box here, you'll see the emojis pop up, and you'll see we've got a little hat there. We've got a fox. We've got a pizza. That's us. We've got a yoink. We've got a bot for clanker. We've got a purple square for purple. Kiwi, a little degen hat, a little ham, a little throwback. Thanks to Floyer. Little egg for our friend Bora Dutch over there. Little degen spin wheel. What do you call that? what is it? Oh my God, what do you call that?
The crystal ball.
I don't know. It's blanking. Crystal ball.
Crystal ball.
Purple heart. Little up only thing. Little island. Pants for the arch. And a little, this was the pirate flag, but they changed it. Little blue square for base, a candle for humankind, and another little purple heart. So you can go in and arrange the different emojis. It should pop up. I think it works on mobile. I'm not sure it works actually on desktop now that I think about it. I don't think I can actually punch these in. Maybe I can. Oh, I can pick them. Yes, I can. Never mind. I'm lying. So I'm just going to pick random and just see what the score is I get. Play for 3. You're going to get 3 plays for free. It will analyze your score, and then it will tell you how you did. So, spicy combo, got some flavor, but still a twist to unravel, remix it. So I only got a 29%. It's probably not going to be good enough. You'd want to play again. So best thing to do is coordinate with your tribe. So you're not all putting the same things in. You'll get more information that way. And if you unlock it and win, make sure you shout it out in the CastOut channel. Any questions, Adrienne, on your end? Have you played this before, by the way?
No.
Really? It's fun.
But I will
I
be.
like it. It's frustrating as heck.
But
It's so frustrating. I will tell you that.
Makes a perfect CastOut challenge then.
Oh my God. Immediately, as soon as I saw it, I'm like, this is the perfect CastOut challenge. This is the most frustrating game I've ever played. But I love it. So it's really fun. And right now in the open one, they're doing warplets. So instead of emojis, it's warplets. So I still haven't done well with this. But when you click on it, you see the different warplets.
Right.
Like you can do a Jesse, a Jacob. Let's throw a Basil in there. Maybe a Moon Poppy. Let's say Angel. And I don't know who this. Oh, I think this is Limone. And then for this one, you have to, you get 1 free play. I already played once, so it's not going to let me play again without paying. And I don't know if I have any Cody in this wallet, so it may not work. Yeah, it's not going to work. Oh, it will work. Okay. I do have some Cody in there, I guess. And then it will come back and tell you how you did, and it gives you little hints and things like that. So sometimes they're give you hints in the game. The Grand Slam game always has a cost to it, I think. I'm not sure if it has a free option, but the open one does. So go check it out, see how you do, and you may win a bonus from us as well. All right. Go to it, CastOut players. It's going to be fun. I love Cody Game. It's so fun. Oh, you're already playing. That's cool. There you go. And Cody Game just got accepted into base batches.
Awesome.
So yeah,
Great
they're going to be in Argentina. They're going to be in Argentina doing base batches. All right, everybody. That's it for our CastOut edition. We're going to shift gears in just a second, but if you're in the chat and you're one of the CastOut players, let us know. I know why I was having such a problem with crystal ball. I could not get that into my brain for some reason. It was very strange.
Sorry.
Any questions, let us know. I'll also be checking in with the group chats shortly. Like I said, it's kind of a race, but it may not be. Like if somebody gets it really fast, it could be over. So you want to get at least 1 on the board is what I would say pretty quickly. But then, take some time to coordinate because it's harder than you think. It's it does take a long time. It's like a safe combo. And it's not as easy as you think it's going to be. There's a lot more combinations than you may realize. I find it very frustrating, but it'll be fun. I just saw this. RIP to the dude, y'all killed him. You didn't kill him. He's just not in the game anymore. He's okay. He fell down the stairs, so I feel bad for him. All right. And on your side, you said something yesterday about like how this is the best CastOut so far. And I thought that was a great cast. Let me see if I can find it.
From GM, I did it from GM Farcaster.
Yeah. Oh, from GM Farcaster. Okay.
Yeah.
That's why. Yeah. And we already have a GIF from the Scum team. They're already in there. Clanker Scum eliminated. We were too OP and better had immunity in our team. Off day. Yeah, you guys had an off day. Still going to be scumming for the remaining teams. We are undead and we can't be stopped. We do not forgive. We do not forget. Expect us. All right. I'm scared. I'm going to pin this one up so we don't lose it. And we also have to let Bracky know. We should tag Bracky and let him know that it's all over. It's all over. Sorry. I liked what you said here, though. Some of the things making this season of Cast Out the best one yet. Largest prize pool so far, 2 ETH prize pool. Plus, we've been giving away a lot of buff and a lot of different rewards along the way. I have to still get the Clanker Scum, their emerge rewards. I have to send that information to A-Town. We'll get that get that done today. So largest prize pool so far, tons of creative new challenges thanks to the explosion of mini apps for sure. Tribes earning rewards in multiple tokens. Clanker integration for the win. Easier team comms with better group DMs. Pretty good. Dedicated cast out mini app for standings and updates in one place. I think that is huge. Public versions of the challenges for non-players to participate, plus Bracky betting, making it fun for everyone to play along. Crossover energy and ecosystem collabs is at all-time high. What else are we missing? Thank you to me. Thank you to me and our sponsors, which is really the big thank you. Yeah, I love this. I think our mini app has been the best thing, especially for the Bracky of it all. To be able to track that a little easier is fantastic. So I appreciate that a whole lot, and that has been super helpful. All right, Adrienne.
Speaking of mini app, I'm trying to push out the updated challenge and updated leaderboard and updated
all the things.
And yeah, so that
yeah. And then we do have a Neri coming in any second now.
Yes.
So I'm getting those links ready now so we can talk about creator coins and all the things that are happening on base. I do need to switch hats. And we're going to do a little bit of an intro here in just a second. Just waiting on her. Wish we could use Bracky to short a team purple in next year. That would be funny. Well, you could just bet on the other teams. You could just back the other teams, but I get what you're saying. Perps for Bracky coming soon. That's funny. All right, Adrienne, I'm gonna switch. I gotta switch my hats, so I'm gonna do this real quick.
Outfit change.
We need an outfit change, but I just realized I don't have the cover image for this episode. Hold on, let me grab that real quick, and then I can make a quick outfit change before Neri gets here. Okay, switching hats. And I also even have a different shirt on underneath. So I'm going to switch to that. I got my base camp shirt. So you guys are missing that part. Sorry. Adrienne gets to see that part. Just in case. I don't know. It could go very wrong. All right. And hat. All right, now we're ready. Now we are ready whenever she gets here. Now I'm ready for her. I got my base camp outfit on. So all set.
Love it.
Very excited. And perfect timing. Perfect timing. I just got my base camp outfit all situated. And here she is. So we're going to bring up Neri to chat about creator coins and all the things happening on base. So welcome, Neri, to the stage, to GM Farcaster.
GM, how's it going?
We're so excited to have you here.
I love the CastOut backgrounds. Happy Thursday. Nice to be here.
This is like we don't usually do a regular show on Thursdays, but we've been doing CastOut updates. So we kind of rolled you into this. So I literally just switched from my CastOut hat to my base camp hat, and I had my CastOut shirt over my base camp shirt. So now I'm all base camped with my rocks.
I love it. You need an outfit change. That's awesome.
Had to do an outfit change on this particular show. And I don't know if you're following along with CastOut at all, but we're using a lot of things on base. I'll just say that. So
I love that. I was insanely super following it last season, and I think this one I've just been like so drowning.
Too busy.
Oh, what do you have going on in your life, Anari?
Just not much. Just a regular, quarter.
And Anari, do you know you're live in the mini app right now?
You're live in the base app, on base app right now.
Hello base app friends.
There you go. Within our GM Farcaster mini app, you can watch our live show as well as the most recent one, either in the base app or in Farcaster. So either one. And you're also live on all the other things too, which I didn't.
And YouTube and all the platforms.
All the places. We're doing all the things. And we're before we jump into like talking about creator coins, I want to just take a step back and talk about base batches, because I know that's a big thing that's coming up. That recently you had 750 different applicants. Is that correct? And
yeah, it is at least that. I know we had 2 different tracks. This was something I was a lot closer to last year, but we have like this amazing team internally at base running this, but it's at least 700. And we had both a builder track and a startup track. And so the team has been like looking through every single application, talking to the teams, interviewing, and the big showcase is going to be at the Ethereum World Fair at DevConnect in Buenos Aires in a few weeks. So it's been so exciting just to like help up level and just like support the incredible builders that are building on base. And so I'm very excited to see the showcases. Like the products and projects people are building are incredible. So yeah, in 2 weeks.
And I love seeing, there were so many people that we see on Farcaster in the base app every day who made it into that final top, whatever, 50. So Toady and NetNose for Betterment, A-Town for Try Emerge, Cody Game, which is our challenge for today for CastOut. So that's fantastic. A few other folks, I'm sure I'm leaving out a bunch, but it's been really cool to see them getting some recognition. I did see this over on Twitter, but Anari, where I did not see it, was on the base app. So can we get that fixed? It was an announcement about base batches. Like
we got to post that on base app. But yeah, no, it's amazing. The teams that have been building have just been like iterating, and it's like such a standout group of folks that were selected. Cody was a project that came out of our On-Chain Summit hackathon that we did in August this year. And so they've just been like crushing it and just iterating on the product ever since.
It's really fun. Have you played Cody Game yet?
Yeah.
It's so hard. It's so hard.
It's challenging. Like I was like, oh, these are like a lot of times many apps, sometimes you're just like, oh, this is like a 2-minute thing. And then like you get sucked in.
Like this will be easy. Do we have Pia joining us as well? Are we bringing her up?
Or I don't think so. Okay. It's on our team, but yeah, I don't think she's
Hi, Pia. I wasn't sure. I just saw her pop in and I wasn't sure if I needed to bring her up on stage. Amazing. So let's talk about, you recently launched your creator coin on base, and this is a little different. And this is why we really wanted to get you here, was to explain what is the difference between, like, here's the announcement of, come on. Here was the announcement of your creator coin, just launched in Erie on base app. Why? Because I believe anyone should be able to earn from what they create. I've spent several years building products for creators, and coins are by far the most powerful creator tool I've seen. I'm committed to continuing to onboard and empower creators and their communities to earn together. I'll share more here soon on learnings and where we're headed from here. But for now, here's a first look at this experience in base app. So how is this, here's my big question. How is this different from the creator coins that are being launched on Zora that have been sort of part of the base app ecosystem in its own way? Like, it's really just been the content that's been coined directly on the base app. But how are these two things different? And what's that experience like?
Yeah, cool. So I'll take a step back real quick. So creator coins, ERC20s, they are tokens that are built on the Zora protocol. So all creator coins on base app are built on the Zora protocol. And so they allow any creator to just launch a coin and kind of have their followers share in that upside. And so it's kind of a vehicle for creators to capture value from what they create. And those creator coins can be paired with content coins, which again, on the Zora protocol, we have them in the base app. Zora has them as well. And so you can launch content and pair it to your creator coin. But what's different in the base app is that you can also pair your content coins with almost any other coin that meets our liquidity threshold. So whether you're a big fan of Brett or Ski Mask Dog or like any coin that you want, like maybe you want to rep CBBTC, you can pair all of your content to those coins as well. And so we kind of give people the flexibility to drive value to any community that they're passionate about, even if that's like a project like Clank or anything you've been building and you're passionate about. You don't only have to pair your content to your creator coin. So it's kind of additional flexibility. But the creator coins that we're launching natively in the base app, like my coin, we've done a few others like Nikki from Miami, Origin Story launched last week, and lots of exciting ones coming up, are built on the same protocol as Zora. So we get to have lots of similar benefits of interoperability.
Very cool. So if you've already launched one on Zora though, is it like, does it make sense to then launch a different one on base app? Is there like a benefit to doing that versus the one that's already on Zora, or is it the same?
It's the same. So we let you bring in your Zora coin and link it on the base app. And like, I think most people will have one creator coin only, and they might have a project that they're building. And so you can have a Nounish creator coin, which I think you have, and then you can have a GM Farcaster project coin. And maybe there's like another meme community that you're really close to and involved with, and like that's another coin. But we do kind of expect people to have like one top level, like individual personal creator coin.
Cool. That was what was confusing me. So thank you for that clarification, because I was like, I already have one on Zora. I already have one on Clanker. Do I need another one? But no, I don't. So it's great.
Yeah, it's one of the challenges of like building base app is because folks like you who are like, they know the protocol and they know what's powering it. So they're like, wait, how is this different? Like we get a lot of feedback from people that's like, wait, like Farcaster versus base app, like where's my post going? How's that different? But when you think about like tens of thousands and millions of users, they don't know what these underlying protocols are. They just want to earn and they want things to work. And so it's like, how do we not overcomplicate and explain all the mechanics of how things work, but also give like pro users like a clear understanding of what's actually happening.
And you mentioned Nikki, who I know very well, actually. Nikki is one of the few people in the world that calls me by my actual real name. For reasons I don't know. She met me as Prof, but always calls me by her real name. So this was really cool when she did her launch. I was so surprised. I was like, wait, is that Nikki? I know Nikki. How did she end up here? So that was really cool. One of the things that she did recently was do some voting. Let me see if I can get this to come up. Come on, why are you being difficult? She used an app called Coins that allows her to token gate different polls to just the holders of her creator coin. And she did that kind of thing to sort of say, hey, what are the next activations I should do? You guys get to vote on it. And that was very cool. This app is by Raz, I believe. And it is right now, I was having an issue with it. He's working on where I couldn't access the wallets where my creator coin were launched, like to use one I already have. So we're just working through that. But I think this is a really, really useful tool. We've seen some other voting, token gated voting, but they're not great, is what I'll just put it that way. You either have to leave the platform or they don't quite work that well. So love to see this, especially if it makes it really easy for the creator to provide this kind of activity to their holders. How are you envisioning other activations or things that creators can do to sort of drive value and to those who are holding their tokens?
Yeah, this is the area that I'm most excited to see people experimenting with. And Nikki's been really awesome at that. And just like other builders who are building mini apps that enable token gated chat. For example, Nikki's using Noise to set up tips for anyone she engages with her coin. And so they can earn Nikki from getting engagement. She's, trying a lot of different models with token gated group chats. A lot of creators are like swapping their earnings from content coins and like putting that into the creator coins to kind of help their like long-term holders earn more. And we're just seeing a lot of creators that are like using the earnings from these coins to reinvest in their projects, which will hopefully see further growth of their coin down the line. So Origin Story is using all the proceeds from his coins to support his business operations of just creating more content and creating higher quality content. Ford and Maddie, who are like the team behind Starving, are using it to fully like fund the production of their show and then reinvest that into more earnings. But I think we're like just scratching the surface of how creators who now have a way to earn, which was like so net new, actually figure out how do they do that to reinvest and then not only help them earn more, but help their followers who believe in them earn more.
And is Base developing any other like native things that might be useful? Like, can you token gate right now a chat in there? I don't know if you can.
We don't have this, but Zora just launched this.
Okay.
They have, if you have like I think they launched this yesterday. If you hold 1 million quantity of a creator's coin, you can have a token gated DM, like an individual DM with them. We're also looking to some similar types of mechanics. Some of them natively, also some of them working out with builders. So if you're a builder who's building this space, reach out to us. We're really excited to have things like an airdrop tool. So if you have a certain supply, like how can you like decide to airdrop it really easily to people who have like held for a long time, or your early holders, or people who haven't sold. We're very eager to like work with folks, and like part of why we built on open standards and open platforms is so that we can build with the community. And so if people are building amazing tools, we can easily just like make that a seamless experience within Base app.
I think that's an opportunity for Empire Builder, which built Glanker, which is a Clanker-based kind of app that you're talking about, where you can airdrop to your holders. There's leaderboards, there's things like that. I'd love to see them expand that beyond just the, we love Clanker, but it would be great for anyone to be able to bring any coin over and use that platform would be fantastic. Right now it's Clanker specific, but it's exactly what you're talking about. You're able to do burns, you're able to do distributions, you can distribute other coins. It doesn't have to be your own. Like there's a lot of good usability there for people, especially for creators who are wanting to reward and sort of interact there. So yeah, exciting to see like what else can be built around this for sure.
Yeah, and I'm really excited about like the meme coin and just community coin pairing. It's I think it's like a use case people haven't really thought about, but like let's say you might not be someone you might not be a creator with a large following, but you do hold like a sizable position in a community coin, and so you can rally with other holders of that and create really unique content. So imagine like Hire has like such a great aesthetic and just like so much amazing art being created. Like, thank you, Base God. Some of these communities that are really pushing the boundaries with creativity can now post content coins and earn and kind of have the value accrued to the linked coin that they have. And so that's an area that we're super excited about. And you'll see more from us on that later today. We'll be kind of sharing some examples.
I think that's great. I see more power in that almost than just the individual creator coin, because sometimes you have people who are they're going to do things once or twice here and there, but that collective energy around one particular community can be massive. And you can see this with groups like Better, like Hire, like you mentioned, but like there's so many that you can definitely see that. And I don't know, are you familiar with Co-Build as well? That's a great app. Yeah, that's another one where you can set that up. So instead of tipping directly, you're buying whatever token as you're hitting that. And it can be set up. You can use any token for that. It can be your Zora creator coin, it can be your creator, it can be Clanker, whatever. But there's a lot of communities that are working in that way, where instead of you're actually have like Better or whatever token set up as the token that people are buying. So it's that community feel again. So there's a lot of like really creative things happening that are being built around this that I think are going to be really fun. So yeah, very cool. What else should we know? Like what else are you seeing in terms of questions that people have or concerns they have around creator coins that you might want to tackle while we have you here?
Yeah, there's definitely a few. I mean, I have been building for creators for a long time, and I think that we're so excited that's like, oh, you're a creator and now you finally have a way to capture value and earnings. But I don't think people realize sometimes the pressure it is to have an asset with a price that's associated with you so personally. And I think like, I think I understood that at a really high level, but like the day that I launched my coin was it's like a really hard to describe feeling, but it's like such an odd feeling because you have no idea what's going to happen. You have no idea how people are going to react. And like this is obviously something I'm really passionate about. So it's so important to me, but it's just, there's so much external like that is around you that's also needed. Like you need people to be believing in you and supporting you for you to earn and for you to be able to reward the other folks who believe in you. And so there's just like so many kind of factors in play that I think people just underestimate. It's not just clicking a button. And so when you're designing product, like, okay, like let's make this a really smooth experience, just click a button and it launches. But there's just like so much, and that's for folks who are working in the space. And then you also have people who are like net new and you're trying to first like sell them on what a creator coin is. And, you know, if they have a following on other platforms, like what is a reputational risk with them launching one? Like are their followers exit liquidity for people who are actually just like whale traders, like pro snipers? There's like a lot over there that we're learning. I think those are like the main things. Is just like, we know like this is like such a powerful tool, but like to actually get mass adoption, there's like so much learning and like messaging and changes that will like have to be made for this to like truly be something that like the stigma is removed, the you know, like it just works really seamlessly. People actually understand how to drive value. Like that's another thing where it's, if you brought someone with like 1 million followers on TikTok, it's not necessarily clear that they would actually earn more than someone who has 0 followers on TikTok, but like 100,000 followers on crypto Twitter. And so like, even just understanding like, hey, well, I'm doing everything right. Like, why is my price not going up? Like, what does it even mean to be doing everything right? There's just like so much to unpack with that. That is like a challenge, and we're all learning, and we're learning alongside other folks like, you know, Clanker and Retake and Zora and everyone who's kind of in this space. Coop Records has song coins. Adam Levy from Blueprint has creator coins now. Colin and the Paragraph team are launching something soon. And so like, we're all kind of in this journey together learning. But there's stuff that we're like week over week adjusting our messaging and our language and our outreach and even our strategy with traders and like how we get them excited about this as like an investment vehicle or a trading asset class. That is definitely a process.
We've seen some like trading competitions and things like that Zora is experimenting with, which I think is fun. I think especially if you set the expectations around that, and then that can be helpful as well. But it seems like it's been a really interesting experiment. I've seen a lot of people, creators who've benefited from that particular experiment with people trading. So that's exciting. What are you finding? Are you finding any best practices yet, or is it still too early, still sort of gathering, like not enough data points, if you will? Or are you seeing like some things emerge that's like, oh, this works well. Maybe these are some good tips for people.
The sample size is pretty small, but I think folks that are like pushing the boundaries of like what can be done. So like Propaganda is a great example on Zora. They're constantly building like new projects and apps. And then when Zora launched live streaming, they were like running like 90s ads 24/7 and then having like competitions and giveaways. Like, and not saying that that's like the only model that will work, but it was very successful for them. But it's like anyone who's like, okay, these are the new tools that we have at our disposal. How do I like what can I do with them? And like experimenting in even like 12-hour, 24-hour periods is something that's really successful. Nikki's been doing that a lot. As soon as like new things come out, she wants to like experiment with it, like drive value back to our holders. And I think that's what we're going to see is like the most successful is just people who are like taking what's available and building new tools that and really like pushing the boundaries with the goal of driving more value to their holders and just like seeing what can be done that like wasn't possible before and standing out.
Love that. Adrienne, what questions do you have that I haven't touched on yet?
I think not so much on creator coins, unless we want to keep chatting. But Neri, I think what you're describing is so right in terms of like just so many norms need to be established. Like you have brand new primitives for things. So especially from like your experience of like the culture has to be created, norms, mechanics. So just kudos to you for experimenting in the space and kind of always putting like, you know, I think just like putting the creators first. It's just such a strong message. And so thank you. That's all. Thank you. Thank you for doing what you're doing. We appreciate it.
Doing the work.
Yeah. And the only other thing I would want to chat about is just kind of base app in general in terms of how you're building it. We got, I think our last update was at the beta launch in FarCon in New York in May. So you guys have been really busy. I think you're still doing beta invite, like you're still invite only.
Yes, we are invite only, but if you were a keen observer of one of Brian's tweets, he did share earlier this year that, or maybe like last month, that we will be general availability sometime by the end of the year. And it's November 6th today. So you can imagine things are coming up soon. But yeah, we're looking to roll out to lots more people in the coming weeks, and very, very excited about, some of the last things that we're going to ship before we can reach that milestone.
Ooh. Awesome. And I know you sent us an invite, some invite codes. So if you, for anyone listening in our community, we're happy to start giving those out soon. How is the rollout going? How are things in base app?
It's been good. I think one is like the team is working so hard. Like we have been like kind of just like sprinting this whole year to completely rebuild Coinbase Wallet from scratch. And so one is just like building all these new primitives, like chat, we have a feed, like we have mini app support, like so many things that we didn't have before. But then on top of that, what we're focusing on right now is we did build it on the same app ID as Coinbase Wallet. And so we have, millions of existing users on Coinbase Wallet that we want to bring into this new experience. And so it's a very different experience to like raise your hand and say, I want to join the beta of this versus like, okay, this is where I trust my funds to be safe. And I'm going to go into this new experience that has all these people talking about stuff on a feed and like apps and stuff like that. And so it's something that we take very seriously of like, how do we actually, upgrade these users into an experience in a way that they feel bought into what they're doing, and they don't feel like kind of some of the key features are missing. And most importantly, they don't feel like there's any risk to their funds when they see like a wallet kind of doing a lot more things than a traditional wallet would. And so that's kind of the main thing we're focusing on right now is like, how do we kind of make this an experience that it can be the default experience for people, even existing users with tons of funds. So I think that's the main thing. I think the other takeaway that I didn't really realize is like how much it feels like we're not really alone in building this. Like we've been in beta all year, but it's felt like such a community process. Like every single time, one is like the community's just been so supportive, like just giving feedback, like sharing about the base app, just onboarding friends. But also like I feel like we'll launch stuff, but our app is like 10x better because we're built on protocols like XMTP and Zora. And so like BankerBot will just like have so many upgrades to the chat experience. And so it makes chat better for everyone in base app. Or, Nanar is constantly improving things, and it's just making our feed better and our profiles and all that and stuff better. Like Zora, when we launched earlier this year, like they just had content coins live. And now with Creator Coins as like an upgrade to the protocol, we're able to bring that into our app. And so it's just been incredible. Like so many mini apps that we're able to like feature and pin because like incredible builders are building stuff. So lots of like, it hasn't felt isolating, even though we've been kind of in this like invite only stage for this year.
So it's a beta with a lot of friends.
I was to say, I've been using it. It doesn't feel like a beta. It doesn't.
Yeah. I mean, I'll send out all the prejudice, but we're getting there very soon. Like there's, I'm on like a version that's like 2 weeks ahead of everyone else. And it's like, it's always been, and I'm always embarrassed. Like even the one that you have, like 2 weeks ago, I was like, this is the best thing ever. And now I'm like, no, you guys need to get the new one. So
when do we get the new one?
Well, so every week, every Wednesday, you'll get a new app update that has like the latest fixes, but a lot of the like changes that we have are going to like roll out together. And so I think like end of November, you'll kind of see like a few of our like bigger changes rolling out. And then, end of December, you'll also see like a lot more big things rolling out.
I did onboard my whole class this semester to both Farcaster and the base app. So I was able to get invites for them. And the reason I really wanted to do that is for them to experience different things, but also really the real reason is I wanted them to experience the chat. and the bots that in the things you can do in there that are very different from anywhere else. Where you could, I called up BankerBot and was like, hey, give everybody in this chat, $1 USDC. I spent a lot of money on my students. So just to like have them get that experience and understand like how cool this is and be able to, act with agents, and it's really fun. Like there's a lot of, you can launch coins right in there. You can do a lot of really cool things. So I think that is a unique feature of the base app that may be a little bit underappreciated, is those chats are, that's a pretty cool experience. That's very different. So
yeah, I think chats and mini apps are like the two that are like, when you really like experience the fullest of it, you're just like mind blown. But I think that's also the most challenging, is how do you get kind of these new people who like don't have the community of a classroom or anything like that to actually play around with it. And then same with mini apps. It's like, all of us are on the feed all day. We like know these builders. We like want to try it. As soon as they launch something, we're like, oh my gosh, I can't wait to try it out. But how do you get someone who doesn't know what like Cody is to just like click a button when in an app has their wallet? So
and Ari, you know what the answer is, right?
What is it? Live stream and talk about it.
GM Farcaster.
GM Farcaster. We are the answer.
That's like actually the type of thing that's like, how do you get the same type of like narratives built around me? So it's not just like out of context like boxes that you click, but how do you actually like get the narrative across and like the story and highlight the builders and the use cases? So those are the very exciting areas, but also the areas that we like still need to like figure out how do you like bridge the gap to really bring distribution to those use cases.
And we do that a lot. We feature a lot of the builders on here because we've been doing that so long with Farcaster. And now that a lot of those apps are also available on the base app, it's fantastic. Like, so we're talking about them all the time and introducing them to the world. And it's been really fun to see that sort of just very seamlessly be able to move over to the base app as well. I know you had that experience, Adrienne, where you were like, wow, this just works. The new notifications.
Do we need to let Neri, do we need to let you go at the top of the hour?
We gotta let her go.
Around for a few minutes. I don't have a
I just realized it.
I assume you're meeting to meeting, but yeah, for our mini apps, like it's not even like it was a seamless transition moving from Farcaster to get it working on the base app. There was nothing I had to do because it's written on standards. Like literally nothing. It just worked.
It just worked.
It loads. Everything opens the right way. Profiles open. The cast compose work. Like it literally just worked. So it's like that experience was just like, I mean, you can read about it and be like, oh, that's what happened. But then to see it, it feels like magic.
I love it.
Which is great.
It has worked hard, and y'all have built your app in a great way too, that it works. And like, there's still some edge cases we find where someone has like hard coded some like deep link that doesn't work, but we're like, honestly, it's like we're playing whack-a-mole. Anytime we see one of those, we like reach out to the builder and we try and fix it that day. And so this is the magic experience we want more and more developers to feel.
Absolutely. One other thing I wanted to mention, I just saw this earlier today from Nikki, is doing a workshop, Crypto's Biggest Problem. Nobody knows you outside of CT. I'll be running a hands-on session at one of the Hype cafes in Buenos Aires on how to fix that with TikTok. Breaking out of CT, TikTok marketing for crypto brands. Just wanted to mention that because I think that is something that could be really useful for those who have launched creator coins recently that maybe don't know where else to sort of expand. And that you may have a lot of creators who are kind of doing it in the non-traditional way, where you have somebody like Nikki who's been on TikTok forever. You are very big on TikTok, like TikTok and Instagram. And you may have these newer crypto native creators who aren't doing those things. And this can be really helpful to that crossover to try and expand more and then hopefully bring them over to base app as well. So loved that she's doing that. So that's fantastic. Anything else that we should be highlighting or letting people know about that's coming up for you all? I know you're going to be at DevConnect. Are there certain things that if you're going to be at DevConnect, they should be on the lookout for, or what else is happening in the next couple months coming up?
Yeah, so I personally won't be at DevConnect, but the base team will definitely be there. We are.
Wait, they let you get out of this one? You're at all the things.
I know it was a hard decision to say no to. I was like initially on the list, and then I was like, we're just sprinting
much.
here. And I just like the 14-hour travel day was just not probably the right thing for me to do for the team. That's like working insanely hard. So we have one is this Saturday, we're kicking off Base Around the World Latin America. And so we have some of the base team that's going to be in Mexico, Brazil, and then Argentina, meeting with creators and builders and traders. And so definitely, like, if you don't follow folks like Carlos and Zen on Twitter and Base App and Farcaster and all the places, like, they'll be sharing a lot more there. And then we do have events for Dev Connect. I don't have the list top of mind, but we're posting them from the base and the base build socials. And you'll also, a few events. And then most importantly, we will have the showcase for all the amazing builders and startups from base batches. And so the startups will be pitching to VCs and the builders will be sharing their apps. And so there'll be some exciting updates and prizes and all being shared.
Incredible opportunity. So I know that they all really appreciate that opportunity as well. I've talked to a few of them, and so very exciting. That's the one thing I'm going to have a little bit of FOMO on. I'm hoping that's going to be recorded or streamed or something. That would be great, because I'd love to just be able to watch those and report back a little bit on those who are creating things on Base App and Farcaster. So yeah, amazing.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they will be. And I definitely have FOMO for missing it, but it's going to be like an incredible showing. And we're flying out, like, I think like hundreds of builders out to Argentina. So it's going to be like
incredible.
a very big experience.
Incredible. And Adrienne will be there. I will not. I had a similar feeling as you did. So it's like 14-hour travel day. Yeah, I think I'll just sit this one out. I'm exhausted already. I've done enough this year. Like, my travel day to Vermont was enough.
Yeah. I was like, I've done the East Coast, West Coast, and we're doing, our team has been doing these like week-long sprints, like right before huge milestones. And so we have one in December, first week of December in New York City. And we will be working on lots and lots of things before an end of year launch.
By the way, I love that you have those type of work, like the way that work is set up, where you have the sprints and then you have the week that's like a recovery week, and sort of really thinking about how to sort of keep everybody the most productive they can be by building in those rest moments that a lot of times builders do not do that. So I love seeing that when you guys are on an off week. It's kind of cool. Also, you always share some really cool stuff when you're on an off week, so I like that as well. You're always going somewhere cool.
Yeah, I need to plan something for this one, but yeah, I think we'll do like probably a week and a half or so off end of year. But we do like our zones, kind of like heart rate zones, and so say like zone 5 is just like super elevated. You will burn out if you're doing that. You know, even 50% of the year you'll burn out, and so we have a zone 5. We're right now in zone 4. We have zone 5 coming up, and then we're going to fully recharge end of the year for some big stuff next year.
That's smart. It's very smart. Adrienne, anything else before we let Aniri head out?
No, I feel like we kept her. We kept her longer. Yeah.
We appreciate you so much.
She's in zone 4. She's in zone 4.
She's in zone 4. She's like, I gotta go.
Amazing. Well, happy
need a protein shake. Thank you. Yeah, we're having a lot of fun and getting to show off a lot of things on base in the process. So CastOut's been fun. So thank you so much for popping by. We appreciate you so much. We'll see you later. Bye-bye. I love having her here. She's so great.
I could have kept her on for hours, but I was like,
I know she has so much on her plate. I know. We literally snuck her into a show that's not even normally on because that was the only time we could fit her.
Gotta go.
We've got this show you can go on because we couldn't fit her into our regulars.
I love hearing when she's talking about the Base app as an upgrade to the Coinbase wallet. You forget. Like, if you look at it as a standalone new thing, it's a wonderful app. Like, it does so much. I love how she's talking about the just the different components. You know, when you think about the messaging, which is built on XMTP, which is, so different. The mini apps, the whole app store, there's like an app store, a mini app discovery, obviously a social feed. Oh, guess what? There's also a wallet.
There's also a wallet.
You can also transact. Like, there's also a wallet and a browser. I mean, there's so much.
Browser.
But I didn't even think about that. Like, for us, we knew, especially coming from Farcaster, and then we onboarded at FarCon to the Base app, kind of a similar experience. Like, they look similar. I forgot though that is it millions of people, right, who are going to someday be like,
Yeah.
oh, this, what is that transition going to be like?
Right.
And, my guess is some people are going to get very angry, not because they hate social. It's because change. How many times have we talked about this? Every time it happens, it's like, change. Like, where's my, so.
Where's my, well, we've seen that just when they move buttons on Farcaster, and you had like a week long
size
outrage,
of buttons.
Size of buttons, placement of buttons. People will lose their shit.
Oh my God. Remember when the buttons got too squished together?
They got too squished
People
together.
Lost their shit.
Lost
you're
their
so funny.
So can you imagine, like, you're just going along using your wallet, and then all of a sudden you log in one day and there's like, what the hell is this? So I'm sure, like, figuring out that experience of like, what is it like for somebody who's just now has no idea this has happened, logs into their wallet and has to upgrade, and what is that? I'm sure that's a whole big process and marketing, discussion, and how do we do this, and how are these comms going to be set up, and all of that. So I know that, so that's a big.
But luckily, they have the resources and the team kind of to put into those thoughts. And I'm sure there's people who don't want social in their wallet.
I'm sure there is. And I don't know if that's going to be like, are you able to close that? I don't know. I don't know. Like, those are going to be choices that they'll have to think through in terms of that. But I've seen even just today on Twitter, somebody go, wait, is the base app is the base app feed just the Farcaster feed? Like, they're just realizing that they're the same, because they don't know that that's what's under the hood. And it's the same kind of thing. Like, you could be using XMTP somewhere else and not realize it's the same thing under the hood. Same thing with Zora. Like,
and that's what
imagine coming
is.
across a post that you bought on base app, and then you're over on Zora and you're like, wait, didn't I buy this already? It's going to be a lot of that. But it's exciting. It's fun. It's fun to see all these different approaches. So we're enjoying it. Really quick, I want to answer this question. I saw the shark vibe. I have not minted it. I do want to mint it. I will get on that.
I did not see it.
I did see it.
She vibe coded all by herself. So that is awesome. I love seeing so many people turn into builders, and Neri included. Remember, Neri was doing her own mini apps.
That's what I have to say about the base team, and Aneri in particular, as well as Jesse, which we see him do this all the time, is that they do the things. Like, they don't just talk about the things. They don't just build the thing. They actually use the product. They use all the mini apps. They've coded things. Like, they're in there getting their hands dirty. So, and I appreciate that very much from the team. All right. It was in the top 5 yesterday. Congratulations. That's amazing. I got to go check that out. I saw it very briefly while I was scrolling yesterday, but I had a bit of a day. I've had a bit of a week. So didn't get a chance, but I'll get on that. All right. This has been our little GM Farcaster CastOut update. Plus, we ended up with a really fun update from base with Aneri. So thank you all for stopping by. If you are unfamiliar, I see a bunch of new folks who are watching. We do GM Farcaster 3 times a week normally. This week we've been on a couple extra days, and we update on all things Farcaster and base app. So we're always sharing things that are new. We bring on new builders who are building incredible mini apps and different things in the base ecosystem, as well as on Farcaster. And so check in. Make sure you're following GM Farcaster on all the things. On base app, on Farcaster, on Twitter, wherever you are, follow us. On YouTube,
on TikTok.
On
I should go
TikTok.
to Nikki's. I should go to Nikki's workshop.
You should go to Nikki's workshop
because
you should.
We reluctantly created a Farcaster TikTok account. So reluctant.
We are not those people. So yeah. The biggest problem I have with TikTok is every time I go on it, it's 2 hours later and I'm still there. So that is my problem with TikTok. It's sometimes the algo is too good. All right. And with that, everybody. Oh, thank you, Tori. Thank you, Tori. Done. Followed. Thank you. If you're currently on YouTube and not following us, like, what are you doing with your lives? Please give us a follow. But anyway, We'll be back tomorrow at 8:30 a.m. Eastern Time. You can also find our recordings everywhere, YouTube, Spotify, wherever you get your podcasts. You'll find them afterwards. Also, Twitter, you'll see the recordings on our accounts. So easy to catch up with us if you miss us live. And we'll be back tomorrow morning, 8:30 a.m. We do have A-Town, who is going to join us, who created the Emerge app. If you haven't been generating your cute little Clangton today, Clangton's the new thing. You can check that out. We're going to talk to him about the cast out.
What is Clangton? Are we
challenge
talking about Clangton?
No, we'll talk about that tomorrow. I can't.
Tomorrow?
We don't have time. We do not have time for that today.
Unless it passes by, and unless it's old news by tomorrow.
We'll still talk about it tomorrow. I've already pulled those
Okay.
casts. We have to, I mean, Bert clanked. We got to talk about that. The dog clanked. We got to, there's discussions to be had, but we'll do that tomorrow. We'll also have an update for cast out tomorrow during our 8:30 show. We will not have a cast out show tomorrow at noon unless absolutely necessary. But I think we need it. We will have some other fun that we'll announce tomorrow. And until then, everybody, thank you for joining us. I hate to cut it off when we still have a growing audience, but you can go back and give it a watch if you missed the beginning part. Especially where Aneri came in about 30 minutes in. Give her a listen if you missed that part, because really interesting things about what's going on in the base app and creator coins. And with that, everybody, we bid you a bye-bye. Thanks for joining us for this episode of GM Farcaster. And thank you to all our partners and HyperSub supporters bringing this episode to you. Follow the GM Farcaster channel for all the latest updates and add our mini app on Farcaster and the base app. Until next time, bye-bye.